Hello guys, going to be showing off my Tactician tank build. This is a very popular build, one of the most overpowered things, so I'm going to be showing some pros first, one of which is this right here. You can take on teams with this build. So this group right here, took them on, 1-on-4, made it through, had to use my special heals, stuff like that, but it is a very successful build for taking on teams. This build is better in a group or on a team, but it can be done solo. It is difficult to play solo, but it can be done. And in these guys' situations, it did cost them fighting me. So, second thing this thing's good at, it's got quick, decisive damage. These same guys, another time we're rogue, boom, two of them on the ground. Very quick, very decisive. I got two really easy rogue kills from this. So what's another good set for this? It is super tanky. This build is ultra survivable. It is extremely difficult to take down. This video clip I've got here is a 4-man team shooting at me, and this clip is trimmed. The actual clip was almost 5 minutes long. They did manage to kill me when I run out of med packs. I was unable to down any of them because they were doing some things right, so I have to give them some credit. And I will talk about some of the things of how you beat this class and how you defeat this class towards the end of the video, because this is a very popular build. A lot of people are running this build, including myself and a couple people on my friends list, but this is a very fun build to run and a very annoying build if you have to fight it. So let's get started on the video, and I'm going to start with showing you my gear and things dealing with this. Alright, so going through here, we see my abilities. I've got the BFB, caps out at 250,000 damage, but here you see mine is a bit under that. I'm working on getting that up. But with the Tactician 4-piece set, which I'll talk about in a minute, it's not as bad as it sounds. So, there's the BFB, which is the main damage dealing item you have. The other is your first aid with overdose. It gives you a large heal, gives any of your teammates around a large heal, keeps you going. Your super ability, you can use that however. So here's some key stats for you for the video. Get your armor mitigation up to 75%, stamina over 100k, skill power to 35k, get some exotic damage resilience, and then sticky bomb damage and radius, and first aid self and ally heal on your gear as much as you can get. The more of that you can get, the better that it's going to be. Alright, so let's jump in and I'll show you the gear that I currently have on this character. Weapons are not as important. They're nice to have, but you're not a weapon damage dealer. You're mostly relying on your sticky bomb. So here you'll see my chest piece, ton of armor. It's got stamina, bonus armor. It's got some bonus exotic damage resilience. You see the first aid self heal. Improved kill XP is kind of wasteful. I would rather have ammo capacity, but it is what it is. See some different gear mods. I'll have skill power armor, things like that on my gear mods here. So we got a Tactician mask, again, got stamina, it's got scavenging, which is pretty wasteful, sticky bomb explosion radius, which is nice. I've got a mod on this one that has electronics. I'm working on changing that out for a stamina skill power mod, but I've not got that yet. Here we see stamina armor, electronics armor, things like that. You want to get to that 75% mitigation and then stack some skill power and stamina from there. Got my backpack. It is electronics. The major attribute is highly important. You need to have skill power on this. As close or over 6,000 skill power is huge. This backpack has sticky bomb damage, which is also huge. Got a little bit of bonus exotic damage resilience on the gear mod here, which is also very nice to have. So take a look at my gloves. The LMG damage is pretty much wasted, and I wish I could change that, but I can't. Crit hit chance, crit hit damage are good to have, and then sticky bomb damage. That finishes off a Tactician 4-piece, which gives me bonus skill power over the long run. Here's my holster, bonus armor, all stats over 600. 2-piece final measure gives me 50% exotic damage resilience. Talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video too, but that is what keeps you alive fighting sticky bombers. A weapon, like I said, it's not very fancy, not a big deal. Self-preserved is a very nice talent to have because any extra healing to keep you alive, because this is also a tank build, is highly important. So anything extra to keep your hit points topped off is good. Use a sniper rifle or a shotgun as a secondary depending on what I'm doing. Okay, so looking at the rest of the build here, nothing's really all that fancy other than this high toughness, high skill power. Toughness could be higher. You see crit hit chance, crit hit damage are pretty much just average. Headshot damage is pretty good. Um, Overall, weapons are not that strong, not that big of a deal. Again, you're going to be mainly focusing on your skill power, your sticky bomb, your toughness, your stamina, and getting things like that up. Here, go through just the rest of my stats here, showing that there's really nothing all that fancy with this build. It's just a very simple, very straightforward tactician tank build with skill power and skill haste and a lot of survivability built into this build. Alright, so you're going to see the armor mitigation 75%, exotic damage resilience 68%, which is really good. You're going to see some burn resistance to help against flamethrowers and incendiary rounds, and disrupt resistance as well, which are all highly important and a lot of help within this build. Alright, and I want to add, going back to the 4-piece Tactician bonus, while not as huge only doing PvP, if you're in a group or you're killing NPCs or someone in your group is shooting NPCs, you start getting the bonus. Right here you see my skill power is 36,000. That is the lowest it will be. If it gets maxed out, it's over 70,000. May not look like much at the base level, but when it's maxed out, it is a huge, huge upgrade for this build and is really fun to add to that. Alright, so what about the talents for this build? Triage is highly important, gets you your skills back just extremely quick. Critical save is a good one. This one's up for a little interpretation. You can mix and match this one between a few. I'll mention those in a second. Combat medic gives your med packs 40% extra heals, gives it to friendlies. Here's a couple that are options to replace the one. Wildfire, giving burns because you'll be using incendiary rounds quite a bit with this build. On the move is decent, giving the pulse on headshots, or one is none. Any of those are good. The one you want to have is chain reaction. This is one of the most important for the tactician sticky bomb build because the 40% damage increase does affect the sticky bomb itself, and you'll see that at the end of the video on another clip that 40% plays a huge role in this build. Alright, so how do you kill this build? Prevent them from healing. Use incendiary rounds, fire, shock turrets, disrupts from flashbang sticky bomb, and then burn them with high DPS as quick as possible. Once they're stopped healing, don't let them catch up. Explosions help. Don't rely on them with exotic damage resilience. They don't take that much damage, so it's not going to be that beneficial. Increase your exotic damage resilience. The more or the less damage you can take from the sticky bomb, the better. Don't stand in a group. The 40% damage buff to people standing in a group, that is what gets people the majority of the time from someone playing a sticky bomb class. When you stand together, I get 40% more damage on you. It's that simple. And then you end up like these poor guys. Stood right beside each other. Check this out. 110, 132k, instantly on the ground, finished. Don't stand in a group. Hope this video helps, and I hope you guys enjoy.